Oilers win 3-2 in overtime. Yeah, it happened. And it was chaotic as hell, but it happened. I mean, listen, what else am I supposed to say about what might be the stupidest game of the year that the Oilers have played so far? I mean, there was that 6-5 game against Winnipeg, but when it came to outrage, when it came to just the up and down swings in play, there can't be one more stupid than this, can there? Like it was so stupid. Everything about it was dumb. You know what? Let's just get into this. Starting off with lineup changes for tonight. Kyle Turris comes back into the lineup. Tyler Ennis returns into the lineup as well. No Dominic Cahoon or Alex Chiasson. Mike Smith starts tonight, meaning we get to see Mikko Koskinen take on the Montreal Canadiens. I'm excited to see Mikko. I'm so excited to see Mikko Koskinen be in an NHL net again. Multiple brutal giveaways in the first five. Yeah, for the Oilers, I don't know how they won this game. And I'm going to talk about it at the end, but I'll also say it here. The Edmonton Oilers, I don't know how they did it. They did it, but I don't know how. They must have used magic or witchcraft. Like, genuinely, I don't know how. We get to our first goal of the game for the Edmonton Oilers. The Leafs failed to keep the puck in the zone. And it kind of just goes up ice. Archibald and Riley get into a foot race. Archibald wins it. What? Okay. Does a nice little move and goes 5-hole on Michael Hutchinson. Good job, Josh. I'm always happy to see a Josh get on the board in one of these games. And yeah, it's also good to know that we can score on Michael Hutchinson. I was getting worried. It turns out it's all right. We can indeed score goals on Michael Hutchinson. That is something that we do know that we can do. Not long after that first goal, because why is optimism a thing, and why give it to us? Hyman is skating in. He stops up at the point, gives it up to Marner, who just exposes Tyson Barrie right in his tracks and buries it on Smith. It's tied at 1. Yeah, Tyson. Ugh, that's not good. I know he's not that good at defense, and it really makes sense for why he did not play well in this game, which, yep, I don't think he played well in this game at all. But yeah. Then, not long after that, Austin Matthews has the puck and ends up sniping at top corner. He gets it at the back of the net, comes around, snipes, top corner on Mike Smith. I don't know what the defense are doing. And at this point, I'm just sitting there thinking, why? Why am I watching this? Like, what's the point? And then I just said, this team's not good right now. I hate this, which is true. In the second period, Mike Smith got a bailout save or two. Mike Smith did carry this team at points in this game, which, again, I'm sure, why not? I said it 12 minutes left in the second period, 12 minutes into the second period, that we were losing this game. I was wrong, but boy, did we not play like we won this game. Gordon Haas takes a holding call. It gets killed. The refs in this game are what I'm going to talk about at the end. Oh, boy. Boy, oh boy. To begin the third period, TJ Brodie can't clear the puck, so it leads to a bit of a puck battle down low. The puck somehow gets up to Adam Larson at the point, who slaps it on net, and it bounces off of Kyle Turris, and it's 2-2. And my reaction when I saw that goal was, of course. Of course, because that's how we're doing things. We're gonna do things weird. Yeah, like I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy. It's just I'm confused. I'm so confused. Simmons takes a cross-checking penalty that looked really soft, and the Oilers don't do anything on the power play. This game is an actual mess. And I'm gonna get to what else I said in that note here in a moment. Tense last minute where the Oilers had a couple shots. Darnell Nurse roofed one over the net. And then we go to OT. And then right off the bat in OT, Leafs get a 2-on-1. It fails. Oilers get a 2-on-1. Draisaitl feeds it up to McDavid. They're in a 2-on-1. McDavid over to Nurse, who snipes and scores. The Oilers win 3-2. All right. That's the recap of events. Let's talk about this game in general. First things first. Jesus Christ, does we need this game. We needed this win so bad. Like, we needed this so much, and we got it. It came in overtime, and it was a really bad game, but yeah, we got it. Secondly, boy, the Oilers did not deserve to win tonight, and listen, I'm a man who sees that we should not have won this game, and that's good that we did, but boy, did the Oilers play horribly tonight. Like, McDavid's best moment was the overtime goal. Other than that, he struggled a lot. The top guys struggled a lot to get it going. Turnovers, especially in front of our own net, a big issue. And listen, I'm not denying that Toronto's good. Toronto's a good team. It's just genuinely, the thought I'm left with after this game is, are the Leafs that good compared to every other team in the North? Or are the Oilers that bad? That's my question here, because Edmonton going into this 2-game set was the second team in the North. Sorry, I think Winnipeg actually won, and they took 2, but we were a top 3 team in the North. And in both games, the Leafs outplayed us, and we still walked out with 3 or 4 possible points. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous how this, honestly, genuine question. I just want answers down in the comment section. Are the Leafs just miles ahead of everyone in the division? Are the Oilers just not playing good right now and are not good in a lot of areas in general? I'm genuinely curious to see what people think. Now, let's talk about what I want to say for the end. The officiating. I say this as an Oilers fan who hates the Toronto Maple Leafs. The fact that Toronto did not have 5 power plays tonight, minimum, is extremely egregious. We can also talk about how the Oilers should have more power plays. I think they should have. There was a lot of penalties that were not called. But the reason I single out the Oilers here is because this has to be the dirtiest game of the year that we've played. I'm frankly disgusted by some of the things the team did. Adam Larson completely holding John Tavares' head down, not allowing him to get up in front of refs, and them just not paying attention. How? That is a penalty. Call the goddamn penalty. The Yamamoto cross-check on Marner, I saw on Twitter, yeah, that's a penalty. And it wasn't called. Why? This was a horribly officiated game. The refs did not do their job tonight. And I'm not just saying about calling penalties. The ref's job is not just to call penalties when somebody commits a penalty. It's to call penalties when the safety of another player is threatened. And multiple times tonight, the safety of a player was directly threatened. And there were unsafe moments where players could have gotten hurt. And the refs stood there and watched. So, I'm not going to be one of those fans who's like, oh, it's just part of the game, this, that. No, the Oilers did some really bad stuff tonight, and they did not get a penalty called against them that they should have. There were 2 penalties in this game. I can't even remember the Gordon Haas holding call, but I know the Wayne Simmons cross-checking was a kind of weak call in the grand scheme of things. I was watching the Oilers commentators because I could not stand the whole graphics Leafs broadcasting that they had. Louis DeBrusque was saying on TV, yeah, that's 50-50. I don't know if I'd call that. they called the two weakest penalties they could have called, and the dangerous moments were just left to happen. So I don't know what's going on with officiating right now, but all I know is this. Last week we had an official fired because he was talking about a makeup call, and in this game, Wayne Simmons was called for a questionable penalty and you can consider it a makeup call because that brought the Oilers and Leafs to identical amount of penalties taken at one. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It was bad officiating tonight. This game was weird. This game is one of those ones I kind of want to forget about. You get Montreal tomorrow night, which is going to be fun. Um, and yeah, that's it for me. What did you guys think of this actual car wreck? Let me know. Let me know down below. Thank you all for watching, whatever this was. And I'll see you tomorrow night. And I hope the Oilers actually show up for it and don't just show up in overtime, because boy, I kind of actually want to play a good hockey game tomorrow night, and it would be very nice to do that, please. So, yeah. Bye, everyone.